Welcome to the Literary Titan podcast. In every episode, we dive into a book we've just read and share our thoughts, from best-selling authors to rising literary stars. We read it. Now let's talk about it.
You're Dining Me Crazy by John Reinhardt is a humorous etiquette guide about the many ways people can make dining out harder than it needs to be. The book walks through 101 annoying, rude, awkward, or inconsiderate restaurant situations, from snapping at servers and camping at tables after closing to taking food photos too seriously, mishandling tips, and treating the dining room like a private stage. As a nonfiction humor book with a practical dining etiquette angle, it uses familiar restaurant frustrations to make a simple point. A little awareness can make the experience better for everyone. What I liked most is that Reinhardt writes with the energy of someone who has been watching people in restaurants for a long time and finally decided to say the quiet part out loud. The tone is playful, sometimes exaggerated, and often blunt in a way that made me smile. Some entries feel like stand-up bits built around everyday irritation. Others land closer to useful reminders. The book isn't trying to be a formal manners manual with a stiff collar and polished silverware. It's more like a friend leaning across the table and saying, "Can you believe people do this?" There's charm in that. I also found myself thinking about the author's choices as I read. The short entry structure keeps the pace moving, and the checklist idea gives the book a light, interactive feel, almost like a game for anyone who eats out often. Many sections follow a similar rhythm: a funny setup, an exaggerated example, then a lesson about patience or courtesy. Dining etiquette is not complicated. Be kind. Pay attention. Tip fairly. Do not make the server's job harder. The book circles those ideas because, honestly, people seem to need the reminder. What stayed with me is how much the book respects restaurant workers. Beneath the jokes, Reinhardt keeps returning to the human side of service work. Servers, hosts, cooks, and staff are not props in our night out. They're people trying to keep a complicated machine running, while guests sometimes throw sand in the gears. I liked that the book asks readers not only to laugh at those people, but to check their own habits too. That is where the humor has a little bite. It nudges you to ask, have I done that? Sometimes the answer might be yes. I would recommend You're Dining Me Crazy to readers who enjoy observational humor and practical etiquette books that don't take themselves too seriously. It'll especially appeal to restaurant staff, frequent diners, and anyone who has ever exchanged a silent look with a friend after witnessing bad behavior at the next table. It's quick, funny, and easy to dip in and out of. But its best audience is someone who appreciates humor with a purpose, helping people dine smarter, kinder, and with a little more grace.
Thanks for joining us on the Literary Titan podcast. If today's review sparked your interest, be sure to pick up a copy of the book and experience it for yourself. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a rating, or share it with a fellow book lover. Until next time, keep reading, not just to escape, but to grow.